We're starting this sequence with the down dog that we left at sun salutations. From down dog, we travel forward to chair pose, getting good and low with the thighs, the knees, hands together, wind blows hands to the right, head follows, wind blows hands to the left, head follows, stepping back with the right leg, while twisted crescent to the left. Strong abs going into stop 8 lanes of traffic and spin around into Warrior 2 to the top of the mat. Reverse triangle, and then tip triangle forward with the straight left leg, and left hand goes to the shin, works its way down to the foot while the right arm is a counterweight. And when with the hand on the foot, the left hamstring is extended by gravity, and we'll bring both hands forward and take the back, lean back and pick up a big box going into one-legged Tadasana. From one-legged Tadasana, the hands and shoulders are as high as they can be, and the hands and legs melt down to Warrior 3, tipping forward slow like a second hand. Into Warrior 3, the heart gets a break here while gravity is extending the left hamstring. We might bob the right hip up and down a time or two to feel centered in this pose. And we'll go with a morphing into a half moon pose by bringing the hips and the shoulders in alignment with the right side. Quite a bit of a challenge here, picking up the right foot with the right arm. And float the left hand for a second or two if you can, and drop back into a Warrior 1. From Warrior 1, we'll clasp the hands behind the back with non-dominant grip. Bring it over to the right glute while leaning forward over the left knee. The chin and chest move forward, the right shoulder and arm moving backward, hovering over the right glute into star pose. With a good deep breath, we'll go into Skandasana to back of the mat, giving some time here for gravity to do its magic and extend the right knee, feeling a little like yogi squat at the beginning with extended left leg. Very few muscles being activated here. We're just letting time and gravity open up the low back and the shoulders, the spine. We're going to lean out over the edge of the mat with strong spider hands and put our weight on them as we come around into a lizard/horizon on the right side. Now moving the left knee to the left edge of the mat, left fingers pointing left, right foot pointing right, aligning the shoulders and hips to the left side of the mat with hand placed on the right knee to give an oblique stretch. And with that oblique stretch, we can pick up the left foot with the right hand and extend even a little bit more. This is going to change into a half split with straightened spine, twists and drapes over the right knee for a twisting effect. And we'll come into pyramid pose. Pyramid pose, rising straight up and aligning the hips and shoulders, straight spine, arms float up. They meet at the top, and we slowly tip forward over the right knee, staying aligned. And with a quick little reverse, we're going to float up into a standing split on the right leg. Straightening the hamstring, the gravity will lengthen that hamstring. We'll do one Shiva squat, which lowers the torso a bit, and extending the left leg again. Second Shiva squat, and the right hand comes around behind the right knee to grasp the left, and the third standing split. And focused drop down into a one-legged Tadasana with the left knee raised, raising the spine, raising the neck and arms, shoulders. Eyes drift down to the right and pick up the left toe with the left hand and straighten everything out for happy TV antenna. I'll bring the leg in for a funky chair and a nice deep fold. Hands come together. Folding the funky chair and then uncoil into Warrior 3 with the left leg extended. We might bob the left hip up and down to square up the stance, quick reverse, and push into Warrior 2 to the back of the mat, reversing the warrior, an extended side angle pose. We'll get ready to take the bind by dropping the shoulders nice and low, bringing the right hand around and grasping. We'll show it better on the other side when facing the camera. Now we'll take one big step in for Bird of Paradise and standing up for Bird of Paradise. A short hop for Baby Robin. Quick little hop, and then uncoil the Bird of Paradise for a star pose. And we'll take a nice deep fold and take several breaths to let the fold grow deeper. Heels are nicely planted out. And pivot to the top of it with hands at the forehead around. This we call rising sun, setting moon. It works the obliques. And finally we'll come back around to the top of the mat and come into one-legged chaturanga, followed by up dog, passing through tabletop back to down dog. And now the other side. From a well extended back, a down dog, travel forward, chair pose. Hands come together and wind blows hands to the left and the head follows. Wind blows hands to the right and the head follows. Stay putting the weight on the right leg, and the left leg goes back for a twisted crescent. Now abs are firm and stopping 8 lanes of traffic. We spin around into Warrior 2 to the top of the mat, reverse triangle. Tip forward with straight arms, extending the right leg and letting gravity help us down. The hand goes to the middle of the shin and works its way down to the top of the foot, and at the top of the foot, the right leg becomes weight-bearing. And extend the right arm to a horizontal, left arm to follow. Reach back, take a box, and fly up into one-legged Tadasana. Raising the shoulders, raising the head, straightening the back. Now the hands and left leg melt downward as we begin to change into a Warrior 3, moving slowly like a second hand. At a nice extended Warrior 3, would bob the left hip up and down to check alignment. Right hand goes down as we transition into half moon. Difficult transition. Take time. Shoulders and hips line up. You can bring the left foot back. Catch it with the left hand for a leg stretch. And float the hand up a bit. And we'll fall back into Warrior 1. Warrior 1, right knee facing forward. Clasp hands behind the back, non-dominant grip. Move them over to the left glute and lean forward, head and chin and chest forward. And the left shoulder pulling back to the back of the mat. Now just go into a star pose. And we'll take Skandasana to the back of the mat. On the left, giving it time. Give time for alignment. Keep the right leg straight and let gravity pull the spine closer to the earth. Let the left knee work its way up lean out over strong spider hands and pivot around into a lizard lunge horizon pose on the left. And then we're moving everything over to the right edge of the mat, the right knee, the right shoulder, right hand, fingers pointed to the right toe, left toes pointed to the left. Hand resting on the knee, and we'll open the oblique and give plenty of breaths for the oblique to open, keeping the right arm aligned. And then we can pick up the right foot with the left hand and make a deeper stretch. This is all for the obliques here. I'm coming into a half split, and we will align the spine and try to make the spine somewhat straight and vertical, and then twist the spine over the left knee and drape the spine with the fold over the left knee. Now we'll come up into pyramid pose, facing the back of the mat. Spine is straight, hips aligned, shoulders aligned, head held high, arms float up, helping the head a little bit higher, and we tip forward into a nice fold, extending the left hamstring. A quick reverse, and then float up into standing split with the right leg extended. One Shiva squat, head and torso drop a little lower. Second Shiva squat, and we're going to take the outer left hand and wrap around the left knee to the right hand and extend the standing split one more time, bringing the knee down, exploding up into one-legged Tadasana. Flex the abs to keep some blood pressure going up top. That helps slowly reach down, picking up the right hand, right big toe with the right hand. Eyes drop down to the left, and we take a happy TV antenna, bring it back in for a funky chair, folding down into funky chair. We're trying the twist to the right. This is new, so we're working on it. And just take this funky chair quite low and into Warrior 3. Bob the right hip up and down a time or two if we can, and reverse push back into Warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Reversing the Warrior. Going with extended side angle pose. We'll go for the bind here and watch how I push the left hand away from the glutes to give a good strong grasp of the left thigh as we come up into Bird of Paradise, and a short hop for Baby Robin back down into Star Pose. Now we'll take a deep fold here, hands, thumbs to the forehead, and we're going to take this fold and move toward the top of the mat with a knee bent, and then transition to the back of the mat, spin around with the shoulders aligned and making a crescent half circle. Same thing, low, travel to the back, then back to the front, align the shoulders, and a big crescent for the obliques. This is Rising Sun, Setting Moon. Coming around to one-legged Chaturanga. And final up dog. Passing through tabletop and ending in down dog.